Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 1. I am your host for tonight, Eugene Stevens. This is our first show for, well, hopefully a very long-running series, but we'll see how that goes. You may have joined us previously for another show that we did. I'm hoping this is going to be just as much fun, if not even more so. But we've got a good cast of characters tonight. We're going to start off our shows, though, with a little bit of a question, just something to kind of get the wheels going on our show. And tonight's question is, what was the last toy you remember asking for as a present? And I will throw that off to my co-host, Cyrus Martin. Cy, what was the last toy you remember asking for a present?
Wow, I got like this deer in the headlights thing going. Like I was like not expecting to name a toy that let me think.
All right, tell you what, while you're thinking about that, I'll jump in with mine. I guess technically the last toy I got was for my birthday. I actually bought the new Devastator toy, but that's actually not the last toy I asked for.
So you don't mean like when we were a kid. You mean
No,
like
no, well, I'm asking at any time, because I'll be honest with you, the last time I asked for a toy as a present was a couple of years ago, and for Christmas I asked for the Masterpiece Grimlock and got him, and man, he's an awesome toy. And I mean, I'm a big kid, I'll admit it, and so I was like, heck yeah, I'm 30-some years old and I'm asking for a toy for Christmas, whatever, come at me, bro. But what was the last toy you can think of that you asked for as for a present? Could be back when you were a kid. Who knows?
Okay. Wow. Damn it! I don't know. I don't have a ready answer here. Let me just say. I'll just pick something. Last toy that I asked for. One of those. No. See, I don't. I can tell you. The last toy that I remember asking for when I was a kid.
Okay, that works.
See, the thing, my situation is not like your situation. So ask for, what does that mean? Let's see. Okay, when I was a kid, last thing that I asked for that was a toy was probably, God dang.
Seriously?
I can't think of toys that I asked for because I never got anything that I asked for. No. I had to buy everything myself.
Cut that grass, Cyrus.
Oh my God! You're bringing back all these horrible memories.
Wash the car, Cyrus.
Right, Cyrus. What was the last toy you bought for yourself?
That was like yesterday. No.
Childhood trauma returning. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be, and I don't understand why it's so hard. Okay, let's just say Super Soaker.
Super Soaker. All right, fine. Let's see. It's been 15 minutes.
He's like, all right, fine.
Moving on. Rudy, what was the last toy you remember asking for?
Oh, hell.
Step stool.
By the way, I never got the Super Soaker.
That's good to know.
Yeah. It was actually this last week. And it was, maybe 2 weeks back, but I'm playing it right now, Battlefront. It's a game. It's a toy, right?
Judges?
No.
Sure, why not?
No.
I mean, come on now.
We asked for Sega and Nintendo games back in the day for Christmas, so.
You're
All right,
answer.
but technically I asked for permission to buy Battlefront. And it is a toy because I play with it with my son.
Your answer sucks.
Okay, your answer took 15 minutes. We don't even know if it's legit.
Okay. Moving on, Lewis, what was the last toy you remember asking for?
Well, it wasn't really a toy, but I remember asking for a four-wheeler when I was a kid. And on Christmas Day, I'm searching everywhere for said four-wheeler. It's nowhere to be found. Looked in the garage, it ain't there. I looked all over the backyard with just like pajamas on when it was like freaking cold outside. Still no four-wheeler. I was so unhappy.
I'm sorry, Lou.
That's like 70 in Texas.
Eugene.
It was probably like 55, you know.
Eugene, your question is traumatizing.
Oh, holy fuck, that's cold.
Jay, what was the last toy you remember asking for?
Fleshlight.
What?
Don't
I
ask.
said a flesh.
Don't ask.
I said a
Don't-
fleshlight.
Chris,
You
what was the
don't want to
last?
know.
I don't want to
Chris,
know.
what was the last toy you remember asking for?
What?
Do you mean real toy?
Like-
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
The
I think
wheels.
the
are-
last toy I actually asked. No, I think the last toy that I actually asked for, while I was still a child, was like, I think the PlayStation 1.
That's not a toy.
If we're accepting Rudy's
You-
answer of a video,
I'm not
You
accepting.
played with
Rudy's
it.
answer.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have to
If
get
you
on to the main
don't
topic of
accept
this
it,
show.
the
Y'all are
last
killing
thing the last thing I remember asking for that's actually a toy that you fucking play with was like the base center to the Ninja Turtles,
Sweet. That's
Oh,
an
that's
awesome
that's a
toy.
good one. That's a
That's
good.
a great.
and I got it. So
Unlike Rudy's, that's a good answer.
Shut up. What did you decide on after 15
See,
minutes?
Gene, you should have done
break.
it a two-parter. What is the last toy you asked for and you actually got versus the toy you asked for that you didn't?
no,
get?
because we'd still be waiting here for Cyrus to answer,
I agree. We would still be waiting for our Cyrus's answer. All right.
I
and he
don't.
would have had
I
a
don't-
breakdown, started crying.
I don't like all this criticism like so early on.
Chris, what was the last toy you remember asking for?
I still ask for it every year. I want a Simon. I haven't got one yet.
Really?
Hey, where's Ray at?
He's playing a video game right now.
They still haven't came out in Canada.
They have. I
Good
want a
bad.
new one. I don't want one of those new ones.
All right, we're gonna have to have a conversation.
That's what I want.
I have no
All
culture
right,
with
so-
asking tonight.
Is this shit?
We're going to have to talk about. We may have to reevaluate. This is an opening for the show. Wow. Okay. So let's get started here. So tonight's topic is something that I was going through my Facebook my feed, and I saw this story come up, and I thought, wow, this is just wildly inappropriate. It was an article talking about every year Hallmark brings out a series of new Christmas ornaments, and if you're familiar with the Hallmark ornaments, they tend to be a higher end ornament. They're usually pretty expensive, especially for an ornament, but a lot of them will have lights or sound on them. And one of the ornaments that they brought out this year in particular was a scene from a movie, which they often do. They've done lots of Star Wars. I know I own quite a few of them. But they did a scene from Star Trek, and the particular scene that they did was from Star Trek to the Wrath of Kahn, and it was the death of Spock. It is quite literally a ornament where Spock is sitting on one side where he's in the chamber dying, and Kirk is on the other side. And while this is an extremely awesome scene, it is very well known in geek culture. Just not really something you really want to put on your Christmas tree. I mean, it's not like it really invites the holiday spirit. So with that in mind, I asked our crew to come up with a list of ornaments that they thought would also make pretty bad Hallmark Christmas ornaments. I'm going to kick off the conversation. The first one on my list just immediately came to mind. One of the defining moments of my childhood was this particular scene I'm going to bring up. I had two heroes growing up in my life. My grandfather was one of my heroes, and one of my other heroes was Optimus Prime. So to sit in the movie theater with my brother and my mother and to watch the 1986 Transformers movie and to see Optimus Prime die on screen was extremely traumatic. So I think that would make a really bad ornament, and I'm thinking the ornament itself would probably be him on the deathbed, grayed out, with a crying. It wasn't Spike. It was Daniel. Daniel was the boy's name, and he'd be sitting there crying. And like when you hit the button on the side of it, it's going to require batteries, but you hit the button on the side of it, and it would of course pull out some of the lines that he said right before the very end, like until the day when all are one, and play some of the music and stuff. So I think that would make an exceptionally bad ornament. Yeah. So let's go ahead and make our way around. Cyrus, what's the first one on your list? What do you think would make a really bad Hallmark ornament?
Well, mine. My first one up is Silence of the Lambs theme, and it's a small basket on a rope with a bottle of Evian skin cream, a bottle of Chianti, a little bag of fava beans, and some lipstick.
That would make a really bad one. So would you actually hang
like
it
it.
from the rope, or?
Yeah, it hangs from the rope. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, that will be a recurring theme in a lot of these. So.
Okay. Man, this is gonna get dark. Rudy, what's number one on your list?
Number one on my list. Oh hell.
Hold on.
Number
So,
one on my
Si,
list.
it doesn't say play any sounds, Si?
It doesn't have to. I
Does
mean,
it have to? No, it doesn't. It does
Oh, mine do. All mine do.
Oh, I'm sure all
Sounds?
yours do.
sure,
You know,
I'm sure they will, but
you push the button and said, "Put the lotion in the basket." You know, nothing like that.
I don't think you have to have it, Lou. I think just the site will be like, what?
Just saying.
Mine's more of like
Oh,
an arts and crafts kind of job.
Is it made out of toothpicks?
Yeah. My first one was actually the final scene for Old Yeller. When when he's talking to Old Yeller, and Old Yeller's in that wooden pen, and he's growling and snarling, and he sticks the shotgun in, and you push the button, you hear the arr. Highly inappropriate, but very memorable.
So you're thinking you basically got like a small patch of grass. You've got the wooden box, and you've got the boy with holding the gun into the box.
Yeah, and and you can hear key phrases also, like I loved you, things like that,
That Wow.
And then of course the final and best one would be the one where you push the button and you hear the arr, it's done. I don't even remember if that actually happened in the movie, but you can imagine that.
No one wants to go back and relive it, so we're not gonna try. Lewis, what's number one on your list?
The first one I got is Schindler's List, and it's a tomb of rocks. And it just plays the depressing song over and over and over again.
Oh my god, that is horrible.
I went on a date to Schindler's List.
film on Christmas. There's something
I know, these are inappropriate
religious.
ornaments. These are bad ornaments. Very,
That
very
is
bad.
an extremely bad ornament.
Yes.
What's number one on your list?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
nice.
Excellent.
I was
Right,
wondering
you
who was
push
going
the
to bring
button,
up
it would like spurt out fake blood everywhere, and
Is there a particular part you're thinking?
when Rob Stark's wife gets stabbed in the pregnant belly.
Oh my, yes, that's.
Oh,
exactly,
that was a
So
horrible.
it's like a nativity scene? Is that what you're saying?
The whole Christmas feel,
Oh wow! I was wondering who was going to bring up the Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, I have a couple.
It's like the entire series of Game of Thrones can be inappropriate Christmas ornaments.
Pretty much. Jay, what's your first one?
Well, we discussed one of them before the show started, but I kind of want to go along with Sai's theme because I did have a Silence of the Lamb.
Okay.
But it is the Buffalo Bill figurine that depicts the "Would you fuck me" scene,
Gotcha.
which it looks like a normal naked standing Buffalo Bill with pecker between legs. But whenever you push down on his head, the music plays and he does his little dance and utters the words, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Wow.
I really
Silence.
Silence of the Lambs.
I can't even definitely say, well, wow, that's definitely the worst because we've really hit some highlights here.
Oh, you
Oh,
have
yes.
nothing yet.
All right, well, tell you what, it's back around to me. My next one is actually a series of characters. Now, I was thinking of, kind of like you brought up with Game of Thrones, I thought, what is a series that you can make a lot of ornaments out of? Because, I mean, a lot of the Star Wars ornaments don't make any sound or anything, it's just the characters themselves. And I thought The Walking Dead would be great for this. I'm thinking three characters in particular. I'm thinking that zombie, that very iconic zombie that was on the ground that didn't have a lower half that was crawling. I think that would make an excellent one. Of course, you have to have Merle with the hand, with the stabby hand, and I think the governor would make an excellent ornament. Now, here's the funny thing. While doing research for this topic, I looked it up. Hallmark actually makes a Walking Dead ornament. If you want to, you can go to a Hallmark store this Christmas season and purchase Daryl from The Walking Dead on the Christmas tree.
Of course it'll be Daryl.
Of course.
He's not in the book. Daryl's the one character who's not in the books.
Yes, but I mean, he's everyone's favorite at this point.
Yeah.
So, because when I brought it up to my wife, I was like, "Who do you think from The Walking Dead is on it?" And she's like, "Rick." I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, then it's got to be Daryl." So, duh. Sorry, what's your next ornament?
All right, my next one is well, let me preface this by saying, are y'all know about like those little things you can give people for Christmas that are like little they have like little sausages and stuff like that, like the little samplers or whatever. Okay, so keep that in mind with this one. This is Pulp Fiction. It's a large stuffed teddy bear with an orange ball in his mouth and a summer sausage stuffed up his ass.
What?
Sounds like something I'd buy.
Did you say something you bought?
That too. I'm sorry.
And what is exact? Give me some more reference here. Okay.
It's a stuffed teddy bear, big teddy bear, with an orange ball stuffed in his mouth.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Is that the cheese?
No, the orange ball. And then the summer sausage going up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but see, usually the samplers come with cheese and sausage. The ball
Well,
could be.
when you pull
cheese.
the sausage out, the cheese is inside there. You gotta get
Okay.
that.
All right. I'll work with that.
Rudy, what's your next ornament?
Somebody else.
Well, I actually gave mine a name. It's called Homesick, and it's what it is basically. It's the restroom inside of the house where E.T. was at, and E.T. is on the floor with the boy, and he's all grayed out.
Oh my God, I forgot.
And the little
about
boy, you push the button again, with the sound effects.
Why are you so sad, Rudy? Like, what's going on?
What's going on? Because I've never watched E.T.
What?
that. Oh, we've had that conversation before.
Get out of this conversation! Oh my God!
Our Wizard of Oz.
I wondered if someone was gonna. E.T. vaguely came across my thought, but I really couldn't nail down exactly what to do. So I'm glad you cracked that nut per se. So
Yeah, that's there are other ET ornaments, but somebody has been missing out on this one right there.
Yeah,
that could be it.
Lou, what's your next one?
The next one I got is Shawshank Redemption. And so it's a tunnel, and you see him crawling out of it, the tunnel of poo. And the good thing is when you press the button, it's Morgan Freeman, and Morgan Freeman can say anything and it'll be entertaining. So he's just describing the tunnel of poo.
I thought he'd be like singing Christmas carols or some shit.
Yeah.
Poo-related Christmas carols.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, Andy.
Chris, what is your next one?
I have Deadpool's face, and then when you like a button on his face, and it would say, "I'm touching myself tonight."
Sweet. Now,
I say that all the time.
I don't know if that one's so much a horrible one or an awesome one.
That'd be more awesome.
Face is horrible, so that's traumatic for children, and then you get the inappropriate
Now wait a minute. Are you talking about with or without the mask?
without.
Okay, now that makes sense.
I'm just imagining the kids running around saying it over and over again.
Yeah.
Touch it right there tonight.
That's a good one. Good one. Okay, what you got, man?
Is it to me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll go big or go home, as we say. It is the Boogie Night Dirt Diggler life-size tree topper.
Oh, God.
Not only do you top your tree with a life-size member of everyone's favorite adult entertainer, the best is yet to come, because not only does it light up, but there's a programmable timer on it that when, at the magical moment, and, to celebrate the birth of baby Jesus, it shoots white silly string out the top.
Wow.
Okay, I have to agree. I'm glad we had you on this episode. Oh, wow, you are about done yourself, sir.
I'm kind of embarrassed to continue.
I
No,
know.
I'm not done, and the sad part is I gotta go soon, so I might have to pass these off to you some other time.
Oh, cool. Well, if nothing else, if you do have to go, just let us know, and you can always leave them in the comments. So,
Oh yeah.
my next one actually is kind of along the same lines. I was, once again, I'm thinking of these epic series that people are really into, but are there some series that I really don't want to see on my Christmas tree? And though I have not read the series, just picking up from what my wife has read and told me about, I don't think the 50 Shades of Grey butt plug ornament would do very well.
Oh,
I hang the real ones from my tree.
There might be an audience for that. No, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with sexuality
He has nothing wrong with butt plugs.
involved with Christmas. I mean, I have a slave Leia ornament, but
I thought he was about to say outfit.
That's a different story.
I was like,
Yeah, I don't, because I asked Chrissy, I was like, is there a particular scene or a particular thing? And I just remember her mentioning something about a butt plug.
He has a drawer of butt plugs in various sizes.
Okay, well,
that
then
looked like Princess Leia.
the perfect ornament for this. So.
Yeah. It should be the whole drawer of butt plugs is the
Oh, the whole drawer? Okay. Well, there you go. It comes with a set.
Well, they gotta come with sets, different sizes.
Yeah, to accommodate different people.
Sorry,
no-
what you got for us?
Different characters.
So what? Whose turn is it?
I said,
Cyrus.
Cyrus, what you got for us?
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Okay. How about The Notebook?
Oh, no.
It's probably not what you're thinking. I'll just go through it. It's a mead binder with heavy metal clasp that will not shut, hung by a string tied around it that crushes the spirit of the other ornaments as it hangs so high in the tree that the entire thing sags and threatens to give way at any moment.
What kind of commentary are you making about it?
Is that in the movie?
No.
Pretty much describes the movie, I think.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder about this movie that we need to talk about after the show?
No, the next one will get you for that.
Okay. Rudy, what you got for us?
All right, my next one is it is titled A Father's Goodbye, and basically it's a very small TV screen. And when you push the button, it is remember the part in Armageddon where he's saying goodbye to his daughter? Yeah.
Rudy, do you need a hug?
I did. No, actually, I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, I saw The Dinosaur today. Oh my gosh, messed my
That was a
life
weird
up.
movie.
Great movie. You've seen it? I'm assuming it messed your life up.
No, I didn't like it.
I've heard a lot of people
I didn't like it.
What movie is this we're talking about?
The Good Dinosaur.
a good dinosaur. But anyway, so back to your Armageddon.
Yes, Armageddon. It's the TV screen. He's saying goodbye to his wife. I mean, to his daughter. Yeah, it's pretty traumatic.
So basically, it would be the screen and like a little figure of her like with her hand on the screen. And
Yes.
But yes, that was a hard moment. I thought now that's the moment that's going to get fathers and daughters. If you just want to get the guys, I would suggest something that has to do with like maybe the shuttle. And when you hit the side of it, that's when you hear Mac say, "No, Harry, you the man," because that's what gets me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it could be a whole series there.
There you go, Lewis. What you got for us?
The next one I have is, hold on, my notes went away. All right, it's again along the lines of 50 Shades of Grey. Only it's whips and chains ornament, and when you walk up to it, you just get smacked across the face.
Whoa, a self-abusive ornament.
Ooh, I could use that.
So no particular series, or are we going to tie it to the 50 Shades?
Yeah, 50 Shades.
Okay, cool. All right, gotcha.
That's pretty much the story of the movie. Is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right, Chris, what you got for us?
In the last book of Twilight, there's a scene where Bella gives birth, and the baby just basically rips itself out of her stomach.
And I missed that scene.
Spoiler alert! God dang.
The book.
It's a book. I don't read.
There you
Wow.
go.
So
Explanation.
giving birth to a vampire. That
A half human, half vampire baby, and it rips itself out of Bella's stomach.
I knew about this, and that did not cross my mind. You were pulling out. You're good one. Another good one.
I'm assuming she does not survive.
She does survive, but she turns into a vampire because Edward bites her so that she turns into a vampire and survives. Everybody knows that. Who's read the books?
All right, Jay, what you got for us?
The Brokeback Mountain Magnetic Enos and Jack figures.
Wow.
Now, not only do these figures depict the love between Enos and Jack, and the friendship, apart, they're just normal figurines. But when you get them to closer, the little magnets in between them
Right, gotcha.
slowly separate the pants,
Oh my
and then
God.
when you connect them together, they vibrate.
Oh, so wrong.
Of course, it's a front to rear. That's
Oh, yeah.
where they connect.
Cool stuff.
I would hate to be front to front. That'd be painful.
Oh,
Man, sometimes you just go tip to tip.
Cool sword fighting there. All right, so my next one is I thought, what's another iconic movie? I mean, pulling back to the original idea of Star Trek, Wrath of Kahn is a epic geek movie. What's another epic geek movie that doesn't have an ornament that really should? And I thought, you know what? Predator. Predator would be an awesome ass ornament. And I actually thought, once again, I'd like to do a series of these. I thought the first one would be the Predator holding the skull with the spine hanging down. Thought that would make a good ornament. The next two actually have interesting things to it. Number one, I thought maybe a clear Predator to, represent whenever he's, cloaked. Not only is this a bad ornament just because it's a Predator ornament, but when it comes time to take the ornaments back down off the tree, you're never going to find this fucker. Now, here's the
You'd just
interesting.
be walking by and you see the 3 laser lights following
I thought about that one too. I thought, yeah, this has some laser lights. Now, here's the third one. The third one, though, actually, and it's actually the first one I came up with. I thought at the end of the movie, whenever he's challenging Arnold and he's taking off all of his armor and he's taking off his mask and he's got his arms, reaching out and he's like screaming at him, I thought that would make a horrible ornament. Guess what, folks? You can buy that exact ornament from Hallmark this year. I kid you not. There is a Predator ornament, and it's that scene. It's him with his arms out and the mask off screaming, and I'm like, wow, really? So, yeah, that's, I guess the Star Trek one was not the only bad one on the list, so. Si, what's your next one?
Okay. Wow. I feel like I have to step up my game somehow. Jay's really taking this to the next level, but I don't think I can compete. Holy crap. Mine are kind of funny. They're not like his. Okay, so next movie is Left Behind. Here we go. It's a white silk bag full of cheese and decomposing cow feces with the word guilt stamped in lamb's blood on the outside. It comes with a thank you note from Nicolas Cage and an older thank you note from Kirk Cameron.
All right.
What the hell is wrong?
I get it, and that's what makes it funny. You just have to know it. Rudy, what you got for us, man?
Well, the last one on my list, I went for humor, and I thought this would be great. And actually, I figured this one we really could sell, and someone just hasn't capitalized on it yet. It's the toilet scene from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my god!
When you flush and his legs kick out and he goes, oh.
I think my wife would actually let me buy that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody could make a fortune on that one. So, you know, I mean, they would be like, you could push it like 20 times for all the different sound effects because they use some pretty epic sound effects. But, you know, the one where you push it and his legs kick out and
Louis, what you got for us, man?
Next one I got is from Interstellar, where Matthew McConaughey's character is crying at the monitor screen looking at videos from home.
Oh my god, that's great. It's a lot like the one that Rudy brought up, but that's great. Because that was a hard scene, let me tell you.
Never watched it.
Missing out, good movie. All right, Chris, what you got for us?
I have another Game of Thrones one where the mountain is fighting with the viper and he squishes his head.
Yep.
You just spoiled it for Gene. Gene hadn't seen
No,
that season
I
yet.
have seen that.
I haven't seen it yet.
I have seen that season.
Well, guess what?
Too bad.
Nothing up to the current season. So, but yeah.
The only thing about that scene is I just kept reminding me of Princess Bride.
What about that scene reminded you of the Princess Bride?
It's the same thing. He's like, you killed my wife, you killed my child, and then the Princess Bride is, you killed my father.
Or you killed my father.
Over and over.
Okay, I just had a weird epiphany. I wonder if he literally was pulling that as an inspiration for that scene. What kind of a crazy universe would it be if that actually happened? Chris, what? No, that was.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Yeah, that was yours. Jay, what you got?
Well, I'll throw the one out there that we talked about prior to the show starting, which was the human centipede train set for the bottom of your tree. You know, complete with all 12 figurines, you know, to celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. But not only while they go around do the play some lifelike moans, but it does have a little sensor in the caboose, so to speak, that will omit lifelike smells.
oh god.
And at the end of every figurine, occasionally there will be a little light at the rear end that just glows slightly brown.
Oh, God. That's so gross.
Well, I asked everyone to come up with 4 or 5 different ones. I did come up with a 5th one, and I created this one specifically for Rudy. My 5th and final ornament would be. It's not really that too big, but I thought that's an ornament that depicts that scene from The Dark Crystal, where they're pecking the other guy. I thought that would be if they actually made that ornament, I would have to buy it and give it to my brother. Just because I know how much that scene horrified you as a kid.
It's on Netflix.
Cyrus, do you have another one, a last one for us, or?
Well, I mean, I have some, and then I have some of those other ones I was telling you about. The foods that I'd come up with. I think the foods are better because I really can't compete with the J here on the ornaments.
It's not a competition. And
Well,
you'd already won, but anyway.
I could blow through all this real fast if you want.
Sure, what you got for us?
Okay, here we go.
Omnibus.
Kill Bill. It's a Hanna-Barbera Hong Kong Phooey doll with his arms and legs tied behind his back, hanging from the same rope. God is Not Dead. It's a Hercules action figure with a fake villain mustache painted on it. The Blair Witch Project. A very cheaply made shoebox that may or may not have had anything in it at one time.
That was a good one.
It has a lot of glitter. It has a lot of glitter glued to the outside. Most of it's fallen off, barely hanging on the tree. But.
You went very existential on this, man.
Wow.
The movie Rudy. It's the body of a midget beaten to death, wearing a leprechaun hat and a fish hook in his mouth, and it's way better than all the other ornaments, even if you don't think so. And then I have my and then I have my Christmas foods, which I could go into if you'd like.
Tell you what, we'll swing back around and see how much time we have left.
Those are the best ones, dude. Come on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and hit us with one.
Okay, well, I can blow through them fast, I promise.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Okay, Godfather Part 1. This is Christmas foods, all right? Imagine these foods. Godfather Part 1. A piece of Swiss cheese wrapped around a garlic speckled meatball drenched in ketchup. Okay? Godfather Part 2. A yellow-bellied iguana with no spine shot in the head and served on a gravy boat. Okay, Godfather Part 3. Lukewarm spaghetti with no sauce served on fine china that once held real food. Ernest Saves Christmas. A perfectly crafted ball of the finest cheese ever created, served on a paper plate with plastic silverware and a can of beer. And then the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This is the last one. This is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, okay? 50 pounds of bacon stuffed inside a full-size pig, slowly roasted over mesquite and glazed in honey with soy sauce, then deep-fried in peanut oil, served with loaded cheddar mashed potatoes, steak-cut french fries, cream and or brown gravy, fresh buttermilk rolls, 3-cheese macaroni casserole, battered buffalo wings, an omelet, an entire smoked brisket, roasted corn on the cob drenched in real butter, 6 buckets of fried chicken, and your choice of wedding cakes.
All right.
Literally everything that's the best thing ever. No, I'm almost not. I think I'm almost not smart enough to understand some of it.
Yes, I can see that.
Maybe it's more that you're trying to say mine are not funny.
No, I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm trying to say you.
I'm trying to say we don't understand.
With it, and it's a very interesting route. Like, yeah. No, it's a very interesting route you went with this. Like, I really want to have a conversation with you about it after the show.
Okay.
Rudy, did you have a final ornament or anything you gonna?
No, I kind of stopped at 4 because I kept coming across basically the whole theme of just death and dismemberment. And I was getting depressed. I stopped making them.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to hit on that, so I had to broaden my horizons as well. So I understand where you're coming from. Lewis, did you have anything else?
No, that was it for me.
Good deal, Chris.
Yeah, I had 2. Bambi's mother, so it would just be.
Oh no.
And then I can't remember Daenerys' brother's name, but that scene where he got the golden crown from.
I forgot his name too.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, there are tons of things from Game of Thrones you could do. And I don't remember her name. The prostitute that she ended up crossing Littlefinger, and Joffrey ended up like shooting her to death with a crossbow.
She had the arrow through the head.
Yes, that was cool.
When he pushes the lady through the trap door.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that whole series is just rife with horrible ornaments. All right, Jay, take us home. You got anything else?
I did think of the Walking Dead intestinal rope that you put around your tree. Not only does it look real, but it is squishy and has a nice odor of rotten flesh. Between that and you could always put something out, the Saul Advent calendar. You don't really know if you're going to get candy or, your finger cut off. So it's just little things like that.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's been almost 3.5 years since we've done a show, and I'm almost worried that I haven't stepped up my game.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that too.
No, Cyrus, you are on my list of why I think I have not stepped up my game. Jay went a very specific route and brought some really funny, intelligent things that were just kind of out of left field. I'll be honest with you, all of you brought some really good stuff. Your stuff was, like I said, more existential, and I really have to stop and think about it. And I'm just like, wow, did I just go for cheap laughs and everyone else just blew me out of the water?
Mine just went for disturbing.
Well, you did a good job, sir.
Jay, you did great.
You presented it very well, though.
I've been practicing.
You know who really let me down was Rudy. And this is
Oh, shit.
Are you surprised? Are you really surprised? You're always disappointed with Rudy.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what it is I do. Cy is always
Rudy,
looking at me.
one day you'll accidentally cure cancer, and that won't be good enough for Cy.
Cy will be.
I'll be
Took
like,
you long enough.
yeah, I'll
He'll
be like,
upset that I didn't do it fast enough.
yeah, I'll be like, finally.
If you were taller, you would have done it faster.
Pretty much.
Oh man, well that pretty much wraps up our main topic. We're going to end the show with a question as well. At least right now, that's the plan. And so that everyone has a little time to think about this, because I'm almost scared to ask after how the show started.
Actually, I gotta go.
Well, if you need to head out, man, go ahead and head out.
Well, what's the
where can
question
people
real
find
fast?
you
I'll
on
try
the
to
internet,
answer.
though?
Yeah. Go put him up first after you.
All right, where can we find you on the internet, Jay?
Usually Pornhub.
You
What
asked.
is your Twitter handle, you moron?
Oh, fucking Twitter. Damn. Okay. Actually, I don't fucking. I had to change that because whenever I switched to Android to iPhone, it for some reason it's not recognizing my password anymore. It says it's wrong, even though it's been the same thing since I started Twitter. So now I got a new one, JRed1 OMA. Throwing back to our long departed website.
What website was that? I don't remember.
The one we do not talk about. We are
Yes.
The one we don't talk about.
that bastard.
No. All right. Well, cool.
But you can find me there. Don't look on me on Facebook. I don't like fuckers. But
Okay.
Twitter will do.
Good deal, sir. Well, like I said, if you need to head out, man, go ahead.
What's the
I'm going to go ahead and pose the question to the rest of the host. And, of course, if you can think of an answer real quick and want to chime in, that's fine. But the last question for the night is, what is your favorite holiday special from when you were a kid? Now, I'm not saying movie. So, Die Hard doesn't count. I'm talking about the holiday specials that come on, usually on the networks. So think about that. What is your favorite holiday special from when you were a kid? In the meantime, if you enjoyed the show, please head over to iTunes or Stitcher and give us a 5-star review. It really helps us out, helps us bump up in the rankings. More people can find the show that way. It's also going to ask you to write a review. No one reads those. Don't worry about that. Instead, in that area, if you've thought of some other things that would make a really horrible Christmas ornament, why don't you leave them there? So instead of writing us a review, leave your answer of what do you think would make a really horrible Hallmark Christmas ornament. All right, Jay, can you think of what your favorite?
I honestly don't remember watching any.
Really?
I'm not a very festive person, despite what my personality says.
I would have never guessed it.
I might look like Jolly St. Nick with the beard, the belly, and everything else, but no.
Gotcha.
But on that, I will get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, well, later, man.
All right.
I actually have a couple that I really enjoyed as a kid, and so that I don't possibly spoil anyone else's, I'm just going to go ahead and go with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I always liked it. A lot of the Rankin Bass stuff, especially watching it as an adult, and I don't really care for the animated stuff that they did, like Frosty the Snowman, but and it wasn't really claymation, it was more like a stop motion thing. They did a lot of those shows, and watching them as an adult, they're kind of odd, really, but and there's a ton of them out there that you've probably never even heard of or ever seen. Do some research on Rankin Bass, and you'll find out a ton of stuff. But I always enjoyed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, so that was kind of always one of my favorite ones. So, Cyrus, what's your favorite holiday special?
Well, I was going to say the same thing, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But I will say, everybody likes to watch A Christmas Story, right? I mean, it comes on, TBS runs it like on a loop, that's pretty fun. Like, the whole movie maybe, and it's gotten old after all these years, but there's still some great scenes that you go back to, watching you shoot your eye out, and that whole thing. It's a fun movie.
What sound does a piggy make?
And where can we find you on the internet?
Cyrus Martin is my handle on everything, pretty much. Cyrus Martin, all one word. Also, videogamevirus.com, where I do a lot of video game videos, all kinds of crap that I've been throwing up on the internet. And we'll be kind of incorporating that into our new ventures, but that's pretty much it. I mean, Facebook, Twitter, everything, Cyrus Martin.
Cool. Very cool. Rudy, you ready? You're muted. He's not there.
Yes. No, you can hear me. No. Oh, sorry. Kind of like the you're talking about holiday special.
Holiday special.
I always like that funky claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know why. I always liked that one. I guess it was kind of the least creepy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just like you said, you go back and watch some of those things as an adult. Some of them are pretty friggin' weird. You know, so yeah, that had good.
And where can we find you on the internet?
StevensB29. That's on Twitter. That's all over the place. Just Google StevensB29. You'll find me.
Good deal. Lewis, your favorite special?
Well, y'all took everything already. Rankin Bass, your Christmas Story. So yeah, all those.
That's fine. I mean, we can all like the same thing. It's perfectly fine to like the same thing.
What about like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
There's
right?
nothing else really.
Or,
the Grinch.
Because I don't want to steal it.
Oh yeah, the Grinch. Name everything you can think of before
don't name everything
before
you
Ducky goes. Name everything you think of.
Be like, what are you doing? Where can we find you on the internet, Lou?
Epicallygeeky.com.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. And Chris, what's your favorite holiday special?
Well, all the ones you guys mentioned, and I like the Grinch. And in on the CBC in Canada, we had there was an East Coast singer. Her name was Reba McNeil, and she had Christmas specials each year. So she had like Anne Murray and Ashton McIsaac and things like that, and they did music and stuff. It was nice. I used to watch it with my mom, and I think the Kids in the Hall had a Christmas special one year on the CBC.
That's cool.
I remember. But yeah, I liked watching those.
Where can we find you on the internet?
I don't have Twitter. I love Instagram, so I'm Lake Life Mama, all one word, on Instagram.
Very cool. And of course, you can find the site at epicallygeeky.com. We're working on getting the YouTube channel up, and you can of course find us at Epically Geeky on Twitter and on Facebook. Make sure to check us out. We'll be putting out a show pretty regularly. We'll see how that goes, and you can subscribe to us on iTunes and on Stitcher, and hopefully any other place that you download shows, and hopefully you enjoyed it. For the entire cast, hope to see you next week. Bye.